Let's see if it works. Stop turning the light up, little boy.
No.
No. Be quiet. Are you fucking serious, yo? Are we in here? Okay, we in here. What's up? What's up, Mac? Coach Mac, how you feel? Everything is good. Everything is good, man. So yeah, man, stop editing right now, bro. The reason why you should never change yourself to please anyone. The only person you should be trying to please is the God within. The only person you should be trying to please is your creator. That's it. No one else matters. Don't care about what they think. And remember, I told you, so in business, right? In business, the idea is to appeal to your customer, is to appeal to who you want to sell to, right? So if I go outside with one of my children's books, my ideal customer, right? Yeah, we do still need to speak. Thank you, man. Thank you. What's up, Nikki? How you feel? We do need to speak. Hit me up. I'm gonna hit you up after this too. So your ideal customer, right? The person that you want to sell to in business, the person that you want to market to is the person that you want to please in business. But in life, the only person you should want to please is you, the creator within, right? Is the for you. I'm on live, bro. You talking pretty loud. Can you be quiet? Thank you. So how else can I put this, man? Don't try to change yourself to appeal to anyone that's outside of what your natural capability should be. Now I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover it in business, and then I'm gonna cover it in life, right? So let's talk about business. Right? You can't tell someone that they should go shave their beard, or they should go get a certain type of haircut, or they should dress a certain way, unless that person is trying to appeal. Unless that person is trying to appeal to a certain group, or a certain ethnicity, or a certain, basically, if I want to be in the corporate world, right, then there's a certain way I would dress. There's a certain way I would carry myself if I want to be in the corporate world, right? If I want to sell to people on the streets, I'm gonna have to, if I want to sell something to drug dealers or street hood niggas and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to dress a certain way. I'm gonna have to look a certain way. I'm gonna have to carry myself a certain way, right? But let's put it in perspective. If this person or this group of people is not your target market, like if you're selling children's books and people that don't have children are not your target market, then you don't need to appeal to them. So it doesn't make sense for you to edit yourself or your approach or your pitch or your product or your service to appeal to someone that doesn't need to buy it in the first place. It just doesn't make sense. Now, let's talk about life. In life, right? A lot of people suffer through anguish and anxiety and defeat and what's up, Ratish? How you feel? And they suffer through a lot of those horrible feelings, depression even, because they're trying to please someone that isn't meant for them in the first place. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you're perfect and you should just, people should just accept you for what they are. I mean, accept you for who you are and what you are. I can't always say that, because sometimes you have some improvements to make. Sometimes you have, it's always going to be room for improvement. It's always going to be room for for you to become a better person, right? But that better isn't dictated by another dude or another girl. Your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your whoever shouldn't try to change you in order to please themselves. Everybody has flaws. But men, you should never live your life trying to edit yourself in order to please a woman. And women, you should never live your life trying to edit yourself in order to please a man. If it's not pleasing God, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it's a human being that's telling you should do this because this is how I like for people to be, then I'm sorry, but you have to go find someone that is the way you like them to be. because it's not me. And you have to stand on that. Don't be afraid to lose people. Don't be afraid for people, because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. In business, right? I could be literally selling a bag of poop, like a bag of feces. You don't want to buy a bag of feces. I don't want to buy a bag of feces. But if we find the right farmer that needs to fertilize his crops, he's going to buy the bag of feces. Do you see what I mean? So it's always a customer for something. It's always somebody that wants to purchase or solicit what you have, right? What up, Rachel? What up? How you feel? What up, the Black Mav? What up, 0916? It's always somebody that wants what you specifically have. The value that you bring to the table is meant for someone, or it would not exist. Everything has a purpose, even mosquitoes. Everything has a purpose. So the value that you already present to the world, there is someone out there that needs that. The reason that you feel anguish and anxiety and sadness and anger is because you're trying to give the value that you have to someone that doesn't need it, bro. You're trying to sell a children's book to a person that don't have children. She don't got nieces. She don't got nephews. They don't have grandchildren. You're trying to sell a children's book to somebody that doesn't need it. To a bachelor that lives home alone by himself, and he probably got a bunch of friends he hang out with and go drink with. He never even is around children, and you wondering why you got to struggle to get the sale.
Nana.
Really think about that. Stop trying to change yourself to make someone else happy or make some. It's a customer for everything, bro. That's not your customer.
Nana.
If you got to force it, then it's you. If it's happening by circumstance or coincidence, then it's God. And I'm talking about the God within you, because you're always connected to the Creator. You're always connected to the Creator. So anytime you feel resistance or anytime you feel like it's not going your way, maybe it's not meant to go that way. And you'll know the difference. You'll know the difference between when it's time for you to upgrade so that you can get the sale, so to speak, and when it's time for you to fall back because it's not an area you're meant to be in the first place. You'll know the difference. I can't tell you what the best version of you is going to be. But I can tell you this. The best version of you is going to be right where they're supposed to be at the right time they're supposed to be there. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not doing what you're supposed to do correctly, because that person that's telling you that doesn't even know what you're supposed to be doing. Don't listen to that nonsense, yo. Don't let nobody tell you that you got to change in order to appeal to somebody, when the person they trying to get you to appeal to is not your customer in the first place. You work at a restaurant and they want you to appeal to that joint was super late. I know y'all heard that air horn. That joint was super late. Let me see if it works this time. All right, it's on command now. It's on command now. So you might work for the trash company, right? And you go to work wearing, some clothes that you don't mind getting dirty. Let's just say that. And someone is telling you, hey, bro, you should wear a tie today. What are you wearing a tie for if you taking trash out all day? Why are you doing that? Stop trying to change yourself to please people that have no idea what's. You ever heard the expression, you all in the Kool-Aid, but you don't know the flavor? You ever heard that expression? Chunky, stop moving the ring light, bro. Get out of here. I'm about to beat you. You're about to get his first beating, y'all. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard the expression, you all in the Kool-Aid, but you don't know the flavor? A lot of people that's looking at what you're doing from the outside looking in, see, they want to compare you to what they thought they were supposed to do. And when they tell you that you can't do it, it's because they can't fucking do it. Don't listen to those people. Those people are designed to keep you right where they are. Misery loves company. It loves company. Don't listen to those people. Don't ever tell yourself or let someone tell you that you're not doing something right just because you're not They got 5 books for you to read, but they haven't even looked at something you showed them before. They haven't even looked it up, but they know everything in the world. They know everything except for what you're trying to tell them, and you can't tell them nothing. But for some reason, they can tell you everything. For some reason, they just got all the keys. They know how your whole life going to play out. That's not your customer, bro. Don't even stress yourself trying to please that person. Don't even do it to yourself. Stop editing yourself or someone else's movie. This is your movie. This is your motion picture. You are the star of the show. If this is the Fresh Prince, you're Will Smith. If this is Martin, you're Martin. They not Martin. They not the star of your show. When it comes time for you to upgrade, and it comes time for you to change for the better, and for you to be the next level, you're going to know when it's time for you to do that. But if someone is trying to edit you and change you, and it's not aligned with where you see yourself at, if that vision that God showed you is not aligned with what they trying to get you to do, let that shit fall to the side. Because they want you to be like them. And you're like you. Be like you. They threaten by your potential. They threaten by being exposed about who they really are. And not who they got everybody else believing that they are. If anyone ever recommends that you read something or look at something, or they give you some information and they're not able to accept information from you, fuck what they talking about, yo. A man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. So if you ever run into a person that feels like you can't teach them anything, you can learn something from a child. You can learn something from a homeless person. You can learn something from a whatever else might be the lowest form of society standards. You can learn something from anyone. If you ever run into a person that feels like you can't teach them anything, you shouldn't be inclined to learn something from that person. An arrogant narcissist person is not someone that you want to go try to learn from. Because all they're going to teach you is how to get right where they are. And when you get where they are, they want you to stay there. Because again, they're threatened by your potential. They see who you can be. They see who you are. And they want to deter you by saying you should do that. You should do it this way. Or they want to deter you by saying, oh man, you can't do that. That's not going to happen. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. No, nigga, you couldn't do it. That's why you're afraid of me doing it, because you know you couldn't do it. Because you know it's not possible for you to achieve it. Stop trying to edit yourself to please other people, bro. Because like I stated before, you could literally be selling a bag of poop. Everybody's not going to buy a bag of poop. But a farmer that wants to fertilize his crops is going to buy a bag of poop. So, whatever you are, however you are, in whatever season you're in whatever level of evolution you're in, there is someone that needs that right now. There is someone that's not into watching podcasts yet. There is someone that's like, bro, I don't have the technology to go listen to that. So they're watching this live video, getting this message in this form right now. There's someone that hasn't tapped into the YouTube channel yet. They can only see me on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter. But the message is going to reach who it's supposed to, because when you're doing what you're aligned to do, when you are aligned with the Creator, and I'm talking about God, that's who I'm talking about. When you're aligned with the Creator, you're always going to be exactly where you're supposed to be. At the exact right time, you're supposed to be there. Don't let them tell you that you're doing it wrong and they've never fucking done it before. Don't let them tell you that you should do it this way and that way and they've never fucking done it before. Don't ever try to change yourself to please someone that's not supporting you either way. They're not going to buy what you have, no matter how you present it. But they want you to present it to other people in a way that they think people are going to support it. How much sense does that make? If you listen to that person, you are chasing absolutely nothing. You're moving backwards. You're not listening to that inner beacon, that inner, the GPS that's in your soul, the global positioning system that's in your soul. If you're not listening to that, you're going the wrong way. What's up, 40? Bro, you unplugged the computer. That's why I'm asking you, what are you doing right now? What do you need? I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry, Facebook. I'm sorry, Twitter. I know my connection keeps cutting out. I know the video keeps cutting out. You can watch the full lecture on Instagram and get excited. But stop changing yourself to please people that are not going to support you, whether you change yourself or not. The only people that you need to edit yourself for is your target audience. And your original target audience is the creator. Is your God, the God within. That spiritual GPS. That thing inside of your soul that tells you, yo, you left your phone upstairs. Oh, damn, I did leave my phone upstairs. Yo, your wallet's still in the car. Dang, I left my wallet in the car. That little voice in your head, that's the only motherfucker you need to please. The only one. For can you stop? Like, you just making noise for no reason, bro. Chase, you sleep. Stop editing yourself to please people that are not meant to be pleased by you in the first place. I don't know how many ways I can say this, but I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Well, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to lower my price so this person can buy. Maybe I need to, Lana, turn that down. Well, maybe I need to go live on this platform instead. Or maybe I need to make my videos look like that guy's videos. Or maybe I need to, bro, there's a difference between upgrading and sodomizing yourself. There's a big difference. And a lot of y'all are selling your soul. In the yo, how many times I gotta tell you to turn it down? I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
Lana and Ford, go in that room. Go ahead and close the door so Chunky don't follow you. Ford, where your phone at? All right, go in that room with Lana. I'm coming. She's coming back whenever she gets y'all food. She's coming back. So stop changing yourself to try to be like someone you see that you admire. Their story is their story, and yours is yours. It's not meant for you to be that way. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Ooh, look at my chunky man. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. He's so cool. He's so cool. You're a cool guy. Oh, man. There you go. Yeah, man. So stop trying to be like other people. Stop trying to change yourself to please people that aren't meant for you to please in the first place. Because if you got to do anything that's outside of your true self, if you're doing anything that's not really you, first of all, we can see that shit. Everybody can see it. And we know you being fake. Number two, when you do that, you start to erase the essence of who you actually are. And if you erase the essence of who you actually are long enough, you will forget. Man, you will forget who you are. And you don't want to forget who you are, because then you're going to be lost in the sauce and never get back to the true you. And when you die, you're going to have to start over and do this shit again. Yes, you're going to have to come back here and do this again, because you didn't do it right the first time. You have to be your truest self, because you're being your truest self. This is what I mean when I say you are a God. So first of all, the word, because it's not a title, the word God means a being with force and power. It means a being with force and power. So to tap into the God within, you have to be your truest self. You have to be who you are actually meant to be. Who were you before the world got a hold of you? Who were you before? Yeah, you what? Daddy what? Daddy what? Daddy what? You trying to press the buttons? You trying to press the buttons, Mr. Man? He just wanted to press the buttons. You have to be who you're meant to be. You have to be your truest self. And your truest self is who you feel the best being. Your truest self is that person that you can't deny but be. It's that person that you are when no one else is in the room. It's that person that you are when you're around the people you feel the most comfortable around. That is your truest self. And until you embrace that, you will never get to where you want to be at in life or in death. Until you embrace that, you will never be who you want to be, man. Stop editing yourself and being fake for these people that don't want to support you in the first place. They don't want to buy your product. They don't want to watch your video. They don't want to read a book that you put them onto. Oh, but they're going to tell you what to read. They're going to show you what to watch. They're going to tell you that they know everything in the fucking world. And that they've lived this long and they know this and they know that. They're going to tell you all of that bullshit. But guess what? Their story isn't yours. Be yourself. First of all, get to know yourself. The first thing you got to do is get to know yourself. The second thing you got to do is be yourself. The third thing that you absolutely must do is cultivate yourself. Once you figure out who you are, you have to study yourself and cultivate yourself. And when I say cultivate, I mean develop who you actually are. Develop that. Practice that. Lift with that muscle. Keep doing it until you know. All right. Keep doing it until you can't be nothing but yourself, because yourself is God. Yourself is God.
Daddy.
Know yourself. Stop pressing the buttons. Know yourself. Develop yourself. Cultivate yourself, because yourself is God. I'm Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. And I'll see y'all later, man.